What is going on, everybody? Welcome on in to Garage Life RC. I am Tyson, and I have the Sledge here. Now, I could unbox it and I could show you, what I think about all the features of it, but I think we've seen that all over the internet quite a few times. So there's a couple things that I normally do on my vehicles, and I'm not going to go through my whole everything that I do. I already have a video on that, but you want to check the tire glue, you want to check that everything, the shocks are correct, the bolts are tight, all of those things. But with the Sledge in particular, there is a PSA, public service announcement, that I have for everybody. Now, Traxxas has an exploded view on their website. They have a diagram, and it shows that there's O-rings that go into the outdrives of the rear differential. My truck does not have those, and neither did the one at my hobby store. So we came up with a solution to put something in there so hopefully we don't see the rear drive shafts popping out. So I'm going to go, I already did it on one side just to make sure it's going to work correctly, but I will show you guys on this side here. We're going to go ahead and do that right now. And then we're going to finish this video off with venting the tires, because a problem that I see on here is some people are blowing tires, they're ballooning quite a bit. They are vented on the rim on the inside, but true to form of what I've done for so long that I 100% believe in is venting the rubber of the tires. So we're going to do that. I'm going to show you how I do that again here today. And then we're going to take this thing out and take it on its maiden voyage. And I'm not going to baby it. I'm going to send it. I got spare parts like mad in case I break it. I picked up a bunch of spare parts at the hobby shop today. Got some different color coordinated stuff so we can mess around with changing the design and the look and the feel. So I am just removing the tire, and I'm not going to open the diffs up today or anything like that. Generally, I do before I run, but I'm excited to get this thing out there, and I kind of want to see how it is as a true, out-of-the-box, ready to run, other than this issue, because I don't want to pop a drive shaft out when I'm out there, and I actually am very disappointed for people in the hobby that maybe are new to the hobby and they get the Sledge as their first vehicle, or aren't super experienced in the hobby, or maybe not all around on social media and see all the things that people are facing and what they have to do. And in fact, my hobby shop didn't even know about this either, so a lot of people don't. But really, you take the tire off like that, one bolt, take the tire off, you take one screw out in the back, and your dog bone comes out. Now, what you're going to do, so in the drive cup in there, there's supposed to be a O-ring or washer or seal of some sort. It's not in there. Somebody missed it somewhere. And what happens is then your dog bone can slide back and forth in there, specifically when your shock is compressed. So you come down, you land, your shock can slide back and forth and it can pop out, or your dog bone, and so it can pop out. So what I'm doing is taking a little piece of fuel tubing, I have black fuel tubing that I got. We're going to say it's 3 millimeters in length, and I'm going to put it in the diff cup, in the outdrive of the differential, and then I'm going to put my dog bone back in. And then I'm going to slide this back up. And these are some beefy links. My gosh. I mean, if you can break these, if these break, I'm going to be thoroughly surprised, because they are super beef, it feels like to me. Alright, so lining this screw back up here, get the link back in. And why am I having trouble seeing? Not bright enough in here. Need some good sun. Alright, there we go. Going in and tight. So then we're going to make sure that everything's still Moves up and down freely, turns well. O-rings in there. Holding it nice. And then I'm going to put this rear tire back on. Make sure it's tight. And then we should be good on that. So I shouldn't have to worry about drive shafts popping out now at this point. Everything still feels really nice and flush and good. And so I'm really happy with that. Now I want to vent the tires because I don't want a tire either having so much force that it breaks the glue bead or that it balloons up so much that it breaks, rips. I don't want that to happen. So I got a little piece of tubing here. I just picked this up at the hobby shop this morning. You can get it at Lowe's too. Just a tiny little hollow copper or brass. Put it in your drill, and then you take a razor blade on the inside and kind of ream it out a little bit. And so I'm just going to find a spot on the tire, not right on the bead. And I'm going to go straight up and down like this into the tire just to get through the rubber to vent it. There we go. Got the little rubber chunk in here. We're going to turn this 180 degrees. We're going to vent this side. There we go. While we're at it, we'll check this tire to make sure it's tight. It is. Vent this back one. $180. Now what this does is it allows air, dirt, debris to escape the tire when it's spinning around. So when you're ballooning up, all of that centrifugal force and that pressure is basically sucking the tire out like this, and it turns into a disc. If you have vent in there, it can help expel things in there, plus allows air to move around in there. So hopefully you're not ripping any tires. I have never ripped a tire since I've done this. So I'm excited to see how this will hold up long term. I truly believe in this way of venting. There's a couple manufacturers doing it from stock now. But I believe this, I've never had a problem since I've done it this way. So, and now, in my opinion, my sledge is ready to go. I mean, as stock as possible. There's a lot of things, obviously, that we're going to garage life this thing up. But, for now, it's stock, it's ready to go, and I'm going to take it out. I'm going to send it off the normal big jumps that I send it off and see if it can handle, how it works. And then we'll start modifying from there, but I want to keep it stock for a little bit and see how this guy does. So thanks for checking out this video, and if you want to see the first bash of this thing, doing backflips, sending it high, almost trying to break it, I want to see how tough it is. Make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, and click the bell and turn on all notifications so you know when we come out with a new video. You can also check out Garage Life RC. I'm in the middle of GarageLifeRC.com. I'm in the middle of designing a wing mount for this that is 3D printed, so it's going to be flexible. So hopefully with this big thing sticking out back here, we're not going to see any bending or breaking because we got that going on too. So we're going to have a few 3D printed parts for this to help make the truck better, but we got to figure out where its weaknesses are first. Wing mount is just always one of those things that I want to embrace change on. So thank you for being the best part of Garage Life RC. I hope you guys are all enjoying your sledge or this video on the sledge. And until I talk to you guys again soon, I am Tyson with Garage Life RC. Get out there and bash something.